Hi, this is Roger in Finland, and today we're going to take a look at how to do rack focusing with the a6400 using touch to focus autofocus. So for the impatient ones, I'm still going to be looking at my notes, but go to the menu, the setup page, the toolbox, third page, turn on touch operation, then go to the camera number 2, page number 9, labeled custom operation 2, and in there you have the function of touch operation and set it to touch to focus. And now by touching to focus, you will be able to rack focus using autofocus of your a6400. I might have set focus a couple of times already. And now for some more details, after having done what you already did together with the impatient ones, you can go to the number 2 camera, movie 2, which is the second page out of 9. And then you have one setting which is called autofocus drive speed, and you can set it to fast, normal, or slow. That affects all the continuous autofocus operation, but it also will affect this touch to focus. And that is a setting that you might want to play around when doing rack focusing using touch to focus. So what is rack focusing anyway? So that's when you move the focal plane from one point to another one within a shot, usually and mostly from one subject to another one. And why to do that? It's done basically to shift the attention of the viewer from one character to another one, or from a character to something that you should be paying attention in the scene. So in the cinema, the people that do actual movies and there are actual filmmakers, they do have a first AC or first assistant camera, which is usually also the focus puller, and the person's job is to have things in focus on time when it's necessary. And then in the old days, they were actually using measuring tape and looking at the markings on the lenses to precisely focus on the things that they're supposed to. That's also why the actors had marks on the floor. So you know that when the actor is at that particular mark, the focus should be at this particular mark within the lens. Can you imagine doing that? Nowadays there's monitors with peaking and other focusing assists, and you can do that remotely, so you don't need to be like sitting by the camera, but still in the cinema and in the movies, they still do this manually, and rightfully so. And manual focusing, of course, if you still want to do it, usually would allow you for more precise control over the speed, the movement, and exactly setting the focus where you want it. However, for most of us mortals, even if some people call themselves filmmakers, we're using definitely not manual lenses that do not have a fantastic, brilliant focus throw with proper gears to have a follow focus system attached to it. And we are using focus by wire lenses, which tend to be just terrible for manual focusing. So how can we use autofocus to do rack focusing? That's the point of this video. And we saw before that I asked you to turn on the touch operation and set it to touch to focus. And what that will do basically is that your continuous autofocus, the AFC, will work normally as long as you don't do anything. But as soon as you touch the camera, then the camera will focus on that point and stay there when it finds the focus. And then if you touch to a different point, it will move the focus to that other point until it finds it and then stay there. If you want to get out of the touch to focus operation and then have whatever you had before, so your continuous autofocus, then you press the middle button of the scroll wheel and then this is disabled. You actually do see it in the screen. It says spot focus and it shows what button you should push, but that's how it works. Activated by touching the screen, deactivated by pressing the button. So, and how to rack focus? Well, you just touch in different places of the screen and it will do it for you. And if you want to do it in different speeds, as said, you can change the autofocus drive speed, and there's 3 different options. There is fast, standard, and slow, and test it out and choose the one you like. And we made a short film some time ago using the a6400, and everything was done with autofocus. And for handheld shots or shots that there was movement, we did rely either in tracking autofocus or just in the face detection, since we had like human subjects. And then for all the shots that were static, like on a tripod or with very, very little movement, we're just moving the tripod a little bit around, then I was using the touch to focus to then rack focus and give emphasis again to one actor or another, or bring the attention of the viewer to something which is in the screen. That's the purpose of doing rack focusing. And there is one practical detail that I would like you to remind, which is that you can put the touch operation in a shortcut, either in a button or in the quick menu. So turn on and off the touch operation of the screen. But what you cannot set in a quick button is the change of the function of the touch operation. And that means the changing from touch to focus to tracking. which is the other option, by the way. If you turn on that tracking, when you touch the screen, whatever you have touched will become the tracking subject, and the camera then will try to keep that subject in focus all the time. For me, I would like to have a shortcut to change between these two modes, but that's not possible. Something for you to know in case it will be an issue for you. So I hope you learned something new today and that you're going to be trying the touch to focus to rack focus. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and we're going to see you soon for some more content.